In this video, we're going to look at what happens when a new president takes office. Upon getting elected, a president needs to do a few things. There's a transition period, an inauguration, and then the problem of staffing the new administration. First up is the transition period. After Election Day in November, there's a long time to wait until the new president actually takes office. That time is called the transition period, in which the incoming administration will form a transition team that will get briefings from the outgoing administration to ensure that they can continue running the government seamlessly upon the new president taking office on January 20th. It is also customary that the outgoing president will invite the incoming president and their spouse to the White House for a tour and to get acclimated to the new job. The 2020 election was the first time in recent history where this transition period did not happen successfully. Next up is the inauguration day. Upon getting sworn in, the new president will deliver a speech called their inaugural address. And this is a chance for the president to establish their priorities for the coming term. This picture is a famous picture of Abraham Lincoln at his second inaugural, which was given during the midst of a civil war. The president has some luxury associated with the job. They live in the White House that's fully staffed, and they get to and from work using Marine One, which is the president's helicopter, and Air Force One, which is the jumbo jet that flies the president around to various engagements. So the president will literally walk out their back door, get on a helicopter, and fly to Andrews Air Force Base to get where they need to go. Now, the president, upon taking office, will need to ensure they have staff lined up for the executive branch. And that will involve staffing all of the different executive departments, the Department of Agriculture, Commerce, Defense, and so on. Each one of these will be served by a cabinet secretary and a lot of undersecretaries and career staff that will work there. Many of these cabinet appointments, people that will be in charge of executive agencies, must get Senate confirmation. So the president will nominate people to be ambassadors or cabinet secretaries. Then the Senate will hold hearings and then confirm those nominees. The Senate provides their advise and consent function to all nominations to the executive branch. Now, here's some examples of what cabinet secretaries might do. The Department of Defense provides for civilian leadership of the armed forces. The Secretary of State is responsible for conducting foreign relations with other countries. The Secretary of Education leads the Department of Education, and they oversee operations there. Each cabinet department has a very large bureaucracy full of staff that are non-political. These are people that would work there year-round, regardless of who the secretary was. The president will also need to staff the West Wing. The West Wing of the White House is the office complex that is attached to the residence. This is the president's political staff, which will include their advisors, other staff members, and these officials do not require Senate confirmation. The president can hire pretty much anybody they want to work in the West Wing. This would include very high-profile figures like the press secretary or the chief of staff. So just to recap, upon getting elected president, there is a transition period followed by the inauguration when the new president takes office. Their next task is to hire a staff which will include cabinet secretaries and other officials that require Senate confirmation, and also their own political staff to work in the West Wing.